the Bahamas tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening. I'm Sabrina Brown. Thank you for joining us. Topping the news tonight, the ambassador to the People's Republic of China to the Bahamas is taking steps to strengthen the existing diplomatic ties between both countries. The ambassador called on the Minister for Grand Bahama while on a one-day visit to the island today. Cleopatra Murphy tells us what was on the agenda during the initial meeting.
Bahamas and the People's Republic of China established diplomatic ties in 1997, and since then, Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, says it has resulted in economic growth and strong bilateral ties for both countries. Darville detailed the results of the relationship as he welcomed Ambassador for the People's Republic of China to the Bahamas, His Excellency Huang Qinghua, as he made a visit to the Ministry of Grand Bahama Thursday morning.
The relationship between the Bahamas and China extend back to 1990, when Hutchison Whampoa made the initial investment in Freeport and developed the Freeport container port. In addition, China's benevolence extends to the empowerment of Bahamian people through education, as the government of China continues to offer full scholarship to Bahamians who wish to pursue undergraduate and graduate studies.
Through the Bright Journey program, Darville says Chinese doctors have helped to restore the sight of 115 Grand Bahamians in the past 2 years. He says the island is ripe for growth, which China can be a part of through continued partnership.
I encourage you to explore all that Grand Bahama has to offer. Grand Bahama has limitless potential, and as minister, it is my hope that we will continue to work together to advance cultural exchange, trade, and investment.
Using a translator, His Excellency Huang Qinghua also spoke highly of the ties between both countries. The ambassador says he is using his visit to learn more about Grand Bahama.
交流的机会。
I also want to seek more opportunity for our exchanges and communication. I believe that through this visit, we can deepen our mutual understanding and the sound cooperation between our two countries.
Thank you very much.
Following a short media briefing, Darville presented the ambassador with the Bahamian craft, and the ambassador presented the minister with a gift. Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.
Well, the ambassador of the People's Republic of China to the Bahamas, His Excellency Huang Qinghua, was the guest speaker at the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce's monthly luncheon meeting at the Pelican Bay Resort this afternoon. While addressing the business leaders, the Chinese ambassador noted that Grand Bahama has great potential.
Great natural resources, and I think it has a very great potential for development. Although I just spent half day in the Grand Bahama, but I am so impressed by the beauty and advantages of Grand Bahama.
The Bahamas and China will celebrate 20 years of diplomatic ties next year, and His Excellency Huang Qinghua believes the relationship between the two countries will grow even stronger.
I am fully convinced with the joint efforts we will deepen and expand our cooperation between China and the Bahamas. And I wish a great future, a brighter future, and a great success to the Grand Bahama.
Thank you.
Minister of Local Government, the Honorable Hope Strawn, says she sees local government gaining more prominence in the country as the Bahamas continues to develop. With the Bahamas being an archipelago, she says local government will continue to be important on the Family Islands. Officials are contemplating introducing it in New Providence. Strawn says just how soon that will happen, she does not know.
All governments going forward will have to look at to see how we can develop it. It brings governance to the people. It makes people part of the governance process on a day-to-day basis. You get more ideas formulated. You have governance that basically reflects the views of the community at large.
The governance structure celebrated its 20th anniversary this year. When asked whether the system is as effective as it can be, Acting Director of Local Government Charles King acknowledged it was designed with a goal. He says it is up to practitioners to see that the system serves its purpose.
Local government is a tool that was created some 20 years ago, and it was done with a purpose. And that purpose is to ensure that the services that are needed in these family islands is rendered to our people. And so I see it as a very good opportunity. Is they got the mandate.
Member of Parliament for Marcos City and leader of the newly formed United Democratic Party is gearing up for the next general election. In this report, he talks about some of his plans for the party and the country if elected. Italia Hall reports.
After parting ways with the Progressive Liberal Party, Member of Parliament for Marcos City Greg Moss announced in November of last year that he had formed a new political organization called the United Democratic Party. With the 2017 general election approaching, leader of the UDP Greg Moss says they will focus on restarting the economic engine on Grand Bahama in a credible way.
Our vision and the vision that's worked in the rest of the world is to recognize that the largest employer in our country is not the government. It's not Atlantis, it's not Hutchison, it's not the port, it's not any of them. It is the aggregation of the middle class. And our point is to stimulate the middle class, stimulate businesses owned by the average Bahamians, stimulate employment in those businesses. And I'm not just talking about tax breaks, I'm talking about direct subventions to persons. I'm not just talking about loans, I'm talking about putting money into the economy in the same way that we put it into the economy for foreign people.
He says that the most important question that must be answered in the 2017 general election is, what is the way forward for the youth?
When you look at the voters between 18 and 35, 6 out of every 10 voter will be in that age group. Between 18 and 40, 7 out of every 10 voters. And so we're talking about an election which will affect that segment of the country which has gained the least from the economic past success of our country.
Moss says the party will begin ratifying candidates between this month and the month of October. At that time, he says Bahamians will learn more about the party.
You will see rallies, but that is not the focus. You will see town meetings. You will see us, media coming to light and our young people coming out. You'll see live interviews on social media. You'll see informational packaging going out on what we support and what we don't. But this idea of just counting T-shirts and encouraging people to frolic for a few weeks and calling it election, that's not our approach.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us, there's more news after this.